finding it so hard to believe, but like Seattle black men do not like black women. Seattle black men prefer white women or Hispanic women. Now, I'm not saying all, but most black men don't fuck with black women out here. Like most of the men out here, you'll see them walking around with a white woman or like a Caucasian woman or white passing. But the thing is, they low-key go for the exotic looking white woman or they go for the basic white woman. But because most of them are like my clients, so they tell me certain things and I usually see certain things too. So don't think you're gonna come out here and be treated like a black queen when most of these black men will literally treat you like shit. Like I've seen countless of times a black man hold the door for a white woman and then a black woman will come behind and literally like just shut the door and not really give a fuck. So no shade, take it from me. But if you think you're about to find a black king out here, don't waste your time. No shade.
And what really confused me is a black man, a deprived a black girl, a black woman from everything, all the love, all the flowers, all the happiness, all the romance, deprive her of all that shit, the conversations, the deep talk, the reassurance, he'll deprive her of all that shit. But go get with a white woman and go give that bitch everything he deprived the black woman of, like the white woman is superior to the black woman or something. But you know why? I feel like they think that white women are superior to black women.
Why do y'all hate black women so much? That's what it really boils down to, if y'all really want to be honest. Y'all really hate black women. Because as soon as a black woman say something, do something, wear something, go somewhere without saying hello to somebody, it's a fucking problem. But let any other race of women do it. It's okay. Nobody bats a fucking eye. It's praised, actually. Thousands of likes, millions of likes. I just want to know why. Why can't black women do shit? We can't do nothing without being called a hoe, being called broke, being called attention seeking, when we really just living our fucking life. And do y'all not realize the main threat to a black woman is a black man? A man in general? That's the reason why black women don't want to say hi to you at the grocery store. That's why. Because we know as soon as we say hi, then y'all think it's okay to start a conversation when clearly it's not. And then y'all want to get aggressive and defensive when somebody just say, no, I'm good. That's why a motherfucker don't want to say hi to you. God damn.
I got a question for all my melanated brothers.
Okay.
Was it childhood that made you grow up and despise women the same hue as your mother? See, it still dawns on me that we criticize each other, say dumb shit like light skin versus dark skin, like we not the same goddamn color. See, you say you want a fair skin because she's foreign, but you degrade the Letitia's, Keisha's, and get a Lauren. Wonder if your daddy told your mama she was boring. I guess not. Your black ass was still born, but you wouldn't exist if daddy went and got a Lauren. So I'm curious. What, you scared that a black woman can't stand beside you? Afraid that her appearance may somehow defy you, so you get a white girl so the whites won't deny you. But see, they don't give a damn. See, they think they can buy you, use you for your talents, entertain them. They like you. But when they killing your own people, they don't stand beside you. Black women do. And when the world makes you a target, she got your back too. She got the strength of a soldier and she down to ride too. Never question her loyalty. She down to fight too. Do you understand the shit a black woman goes through? They say she's too tough, but a black woman cries too. So when you say you don't like her, she's still asking why too. Because now I got to contemplate getting a white dude. Same people that killed and abused you, sexually assaulted, raped and accused you. They segregated us from each other, put you in a prison and made her a single mother. Now you telling me that you too see color? The system found a way to make us hate each other. See, I don't know what kind of game this is, but I don't tolerate none of that hating your own race shit. I support black love to the end, and it's not a soul alive that'll make me turn my back on black men. So black men, listen, specifically those who hate on black women. Although she may not be your preference, it's your job to respect her, especially when she's not in your presence. My brethren, Sunset Monet.
All right, y'all not gonna like me when I say this, but black men treat black women the worst. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for black love. You know, I want to see more of my people together. But when we look at shit statistically and just looking at relationship dynamics, the women, especially the black women that I have seen that have been in interracial relationships with men of another culture or race, they are always treated like the queen they deserve to be treated. And I hate that for us. I hate that for us, bro. Because I feel like in the black community, we have normalized too much of struggle love, bro. Like, we should not be struggling to love each other. Love should never be difficult and hard, bro. Like, we always have to say, well, if you really love that person, you're gonna go through thick and thin for them. If you really love this person, you're gonna struggle. If you really, no, if I am truly meant to be with this person and truly meant to love this person, then our love should not be difficult. Why do we try to get black women to be okay with living a difficult life, bro? I wanna know. I want to know, bro. And we always have this debate that, oh, black men, when they date outside of their race, they always treat the white women better, they always treat the Hispanic women better, they always treat such and such better. No, that's not the case at all. Let me tell you what it really is. The reason why those women are quote unquote treated better is because of the cultural standards that they have for dating. I feel like in other races, there's a very strong like cultural standard when it comes to dating, bro. And yes, we as black people have that too, but I feel like it's not as enforced because we have normalized struggle love, bro. And when I say these things, obviously I'm not trying to apply every single black man into this category, but a good handful of black men do not treat black women right. And I feel like when I see black women date outside of their race, or just being able to experience a new dating standard, I guess you could say, they always just seem like they have a weight lifted off of their shoulders, bro. And I'm telling y'all, it's a cultural standard difference when it comes to dating. Like, I feel like growing up, our families talk more to us about, like, I don't know, like, I feel like conversations about dating and, like, how somebody should really treat you and take care of you and stuff isn't really that normalized in the black community, especially if you already don't really have a healthy parent dynamic to look up to. And I just say this to say that I really hope that a lot of my fellow sisters can experience a love that they deserve, bro. Do not settle and do not close yourself off to one type of dating standard, okay? And not only that, change your preferences, bro. Like, y'all keep trying to find love from the hood. You think you gonna find love from him? Like, come on, like, that's another thing where it's just like, change your preferences, change the way you view dating, and have those strong boundaries and standards. And it's gonna be lonely. Like, it's gonna be lonely. You're probably gonna be single for a couple years, but I promise you, it's so much more worth it being single and actually taking the time to find a person that's right for you and that's willing to meet your standards. Because I feel like a lot of black women are told, oh, your standards are too high. My standards are too high. Well, I would hope so. I would hope I have high standards. Like, oh my gosh, I just feel like black women, we're just expected to settle. Like, we're just expected to settle, struggle, and all these things. And it's just like, bro, we just need to, like, stand up, bro, stand up. Like, stop craving love externally and crave love from your friends, crave love from your family, crave love from yourself before you crave love from a man. Especially a man that don't even know how to love himself or his own family or his own friends.
So, do black men hate black women? You know, that's what you keep kind of hearing from black women. It was a particular woman. I might find a clip, a couple of them, but one in particular was talking about she was in Chicago, back visiting some family, and you know, she noticed that all the brothers was with white women, and I mean, you constantly keep hearing that. It's like, all right, leave us alone. The brothers leave them alone. Then you still get docked. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you with a white woman, or you alone, you sassy because you alone and you know, eating dinner by yourself, or you must be gay because you don't want to get married. It's all these low blows. You know, at the end of the day, the thing is, you don't need us, you don't want us. Some of y'all stereotype us. Some of y'all more than other races of people. You know, you hear people say, well, white women only want y'all because of stereotypes. I mean, y'all stereotype us. Y'all, you know, by the majority of black women, they want Pookies and Ray Rays and hood dudes. Y'all say it. Y'all don't like the good guy. So what do black women expect us to do? Settle? We've settled. That was a problem. Stepfathers, or we've been disrespected. What else do y'all expect us to do? We do nothing. That's still a problem. We just not bother nobody, not date nobody, getting our money up. That's still a problem. Okay. Then you'll be like, well, okay, what else? You know, we date out. That's a problem. We get passports. That's a problem. You know, only thing that's not a problem with them until they get mad at them is homosexual black men. And Taraji made a post. I don't know if it's true, but I sent it on Facebook. And she says that, you know, gay men have always protected black women better than black men. And I'm going to address that in another video. You know, and it's just like, damn, you don't want us, leave us alone. And not only are you saying it, the matriarchy of the black community, you want to call it a granocracy, a matriarchy, if you want to know what a granocracy is, it's basically a community that a man builds that a women take over and run. Simple as that. You know, just learn what it was. You know, whatever you feel the need to call it, they don't want men there. This is why they praise baby showers. You know, this is why they praise baby showers. But single mothers, the baby shower, single mother is the new wedding in the black community. You don't need no man. You teach your daughters how you don't need no man. The grandmothers teach the daughters to have to be polygamous. I did the video on the grandmother teaching the young daughter, you don't need no, you know, you should have multiple men for multiple needs. I've been knew that. I heard that growing up from black women. I seen them teach their daughters the same thing. Why do you think it's still another generation of single mothers, bro? The black community don't want men there. They want irrational men there. They want emotionally unstable men there. They want Pookies and Ray Rays. That's the only guys they want there because they need them. That's why they will help out a Pookie and Ray Ray, right? A Gloctavius. They'll put their grandma, put her house up for sale or for bond to get them out, but then they won't send you no money for college. And you get your degree and you move out the hood and you do better for yourself, and then you think you better than, and that's why you hear things like that. You have the women of your family are jealous of productive black men, and then you like, okay, black women in my family is an issue. Black women don't really like me, and you go date outside your race, and that becomes a problem. And you're just like, what? They want you to be a Pookie or Ray Ray Octavius. They want you to need them. They want you to live in the basement. They want you to be up under their wing. The women want somebody they can control because they feel oppressed. And they're not. They're protected. They were never oppressed. All the oppression that they speak on is like, oh my God, we couldn't work. Now y'all don't want to work. When black men built communities and protected y'all and all that type of stuff, y'all spat in their face, cheated on them, divorced them for no reason, set them up. So we could just go on and on again. Black men don't hate black women. I guarantee you about at least close to 90% of black men would prefer to be with black women. That's a fact, just like any other generation or any other ethnic culture. But when y'all only like a specific type of black man, when y'all want to control the relationship, y'all want to be the leader in the relationship, and it's like, fine, some guys, they'll see and they'll let the woman lead the relationship. Okay, they'll let the women lead the relationship. Fine. And you still see the dudes who are submissive to the women, the black women in the community, in the black community Pacific. You'll still see those men. You'll see those men still lose. You do everything the woman say do. You be weak, you soft, you do everything, you cook, you clean, and then she'll still leave you for a dude that ain't shit. And some of us recognize that early in life. You nice, you singing to her, bring her flowers, doing stuff, and she go mess with the dudes that dog her out. That she spent her, and you just like, okay, some guys get it early on. Some guys get their heart broken middle school or elementary school 2 or 3 times, and they like, all right, cool. High school, cool. I learned the game. Some guys, they might take it to their college years. But guess what? They figure it out. They figure it out. They figure it out. And honestly, y'all don't want us. It's a projection. Y'all settle for us. When y'all go out there and try to get with Brad and Hector, even when y'all be trying to bump Virginias with Becky and other Keishas, y'all come back when y'all in y'all 30s, mid to late 30s, wash, and all of a sudden, y'all want black men, y'all want us to settle for us, and then y'all say, well, it's weird if you date this type of a young woman. It's weird that you date this woman. It's weird if you, and everything is weird because you're trying to shame men into taking you after you had your fun. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't get with the program early. You don't want to be, and y'all say it religiously, I don't want to build with a man. I don't want to build with a man. I don't want to, oh, cool. Men are going to build it and pick the woman or pick the lifestyle. If they want to be polygamous, if they want to deal with a Becky, if they want to deal with a black woman, they want to deal with a hood rat Keisha, they want to deal with a Maria, whatever. If they want to deal with an OnlyFans, they have the option. Not this fucking train. Jesus Christ, bro. And y'all just sitting here like idiots. Come on, brother. So the video will be a little bit longer than we anticipated. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just my whole thing about it. Like, it's not that black men prefer y'all, but guess what? When we say we don't like y'all wearing this, right? We don't like y'all, saying this. We don't like that y'all attitudes. And it's just like, well, everybody say black women gotta have a better attitude. Use better language. Have a less sharp tongue. Work on your personality. You know, work on your skill set. Work on what you talk about. Work on what you program to watch. Work on being nice. Work on being useful. Now you got a whole movement of women say, well, be useless to men. Cool. All these movements, decentering, be useless to men. And then it's the thing where, well, if you get with another ethnic group, she gonna set you up, she gonna lie. Black women already doing that too. Setting dudes up. Got at her crib, her baby father, or talking about she lying, talking about she married or she ain't married, and then you hiding in the closet. You heard Mano's story. They setting black men up too. It's a rash of stories where black women sent black men to the upper room. Y'all just don't talk about it. So it doesn't matter. It's not color oriented or color specific to the trauma that can happen to a black man. It's the character of the person. It's the character, and no man wants to be in a lose-lose situation, bruh. Because even if you get the bag and you get the woman, guess what? The money is not enough. The money is not going to buy her submission. It's still going to be something else. The money is not enough. So money, height, it's always something wrong. And even when they get with Brads, when they do on a rare occasion, which they get married to Brad around a 5% clip, even when they get married to Brad get the same version. They kick them to the curb if they married him. Let's keep it real. It's the same thing. So what brothers ain't asking for ain't slavery. Everything is slavery. Making a meal, doing this, being nice. And dog, most black men, they not, and it's just not enough. Y'all need the emotional highs and not the train caught me on this side too. Man, oh man. This is crazy. I wonder, can I go around? Freaking frack. Man, tell you, what a fucking Saturday already. But yeah, I mean, shit. I feel like you should be able to go around, but not right now. But yeah, that's how I feel like it, bro. That's just my opinion on it, man. It ain't that we dislike black women. It ain't that no, women has always been the dog. Y'all crying about the stuff that y'all been through. Imagine the shit we been through. Ain't no welfare, ain't no Section 8, ain't none of this for us. Dog, we are way more hunted than y'all are. We don't complain about it. And the one video I made about the brother talking about how hard it is to be a black man, people say, well, you just in your head and did like it. Suck my Johnson & Johnson. It just ain't in our head. Didn't Joe Rogan say, if you white in this country, you ain't a millionaire, you just don't want it bad enough? I believe he said that. And that's my issue with it. Like, they don't care nothing about the problems that the black men go through. And then on top of that, we don't have no allies. Black women, y'all at least got the government. Y'all make up the majority of government jobs. Y'all ain't saying y'all make up the majority of government citizens. That's not true. Brad and Becky do. But y'all, we don't have no help, bro. Ain't no abused men shelters. Ain't no, how else can I say it? Ain't no Section 8, a food stamp for real. You gotta be an effed up individual to get food stamps. I heard a lot of people in the South get it, but yeah, not up here for real. They might give you some insurance. That's about it. So y'all complaining about everybody gunning for y'all. They been gunning for us way worse than y'all. So that's all I pretty much had to say, man. I appreciate y'all, man. But y'all don't want to do nothing for us. Y'all don't want to dress for us. Y'all don't want to get better attitudes for us. Y'all don't want us in the black community, which is known as the matriarchy, aka the granocracy or the gynocracy. Y'all don't want us there. And that's fine. We are going to go where we are celebrated and tolerated. If that's with the Beckys, that's with the Marias, that's with the good black women that want us, which there are good black women that want us. But then they get into colorism. Remember Kendrick Lamar years ago, he married this woman, a lady from some black organization. Well, she's light skinned, and then they get down. Well, you married a light skinned woman, or she too dark. Y'all always worry about where we putting our stock is. Don't worry about y'all. Get y'all shit together, because if black men not marrying y'all, nobody marrying y'all. Peace.
Right? So the reality is, whether you breathe or not, baby, we're the standard. And that's what it is. The beginning and the end starts with the black woman. So regardless, whether you want to admit it or not, I think for the both of you, you stay on topic because what you just spoke about had nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Absolutely did.
So let me land. So the reality is for the both of you to sit on the side of me and talk about aggression, what is the difference in what you're doing and what we're doing right now? Having a conversation. And yet we're the one, you just literally called out both of these black women on the panel, and you sit here with your attitude and you have a problem, but you tell them that they're aggressive, right?
Well, I have a long story with Yolanda.
So we talk about it.
She mad because I worked on the congressional race.
So as a black woman, we're going to talk about history and we're going to talk about facts. So the moment that you realize that,
I'm not done. A minute.
Lower your voice.
Hang on. No, she got where she got on her knees. Her story is way long, and she just got where she got because she filled many boxes in the DEI. Let's talk about merit, not about color. As a Latina, I don't feel any woman of any color with that behavior represent me as a woman. I'm
black women or black people in general just acting wild and out, dressing like hoes, ghetto ratchet behavior, and people are calling it out, not just white people.
And if I am angry, considering black women are the #1 target of everybody, then I'm justifiably angry. If I am angry, so I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna own it.
So when we're talking about different groups being vilified, if we're looking at the history of America and who has done the most violent crimes, it's your people. In regards to the way black women are viewed, I'm gonna continue speaking, but I'm gonna make sure that you're not intimidated right now, are you? I wanna make sure you're comfortable, because as a black woman, that's what we have to do in order to have a platform, right? In order to be able to speak uninterrupted, you have to make sure that you make somebody else feel comfortable. So outside of what we're seeing on social media, we know that 600,000 black women have been laid off, have been pushed out of the workforce, when we continue to be the most educated group of people in this country. And if we're looking at this panel, that's also evident.
All right, Carmen, let's hear from you. Your thoughts about that?
She ain't lying.